Forget everything you thought you knew about the Iraqi dinar revaluation timeline. What just happened changes the entire game, and if you're holding IQD, you have precisely 96 hours to understand the new rules. The reported fixed rate of $2.31 is not a victory signal. It is a strategic detonation, a controlled demolition of the old speculative market. It is the central bank publicly drawing a line in the sand, and that line creates the groups of holders, those who will be on the right side of institutional validation, and those who will be permanently stranded. This rate is not a gift, it is a filter. I'm going to explain why this specific number is a weapon of financial consolidation, what the three-phase institutional response will be, and the exact protocol you must execute before this Friday to ensure your holdings are categorized as legacy assets and not speculative liabilities. First, you must understand the psychology and mechanics of a fixed-rate drop. This is not a market fluctuation. A fixed rate is a declaration of policy set by a central bank to establish a stable conversion benchmark, usually pegged to a basket of currencies or a specific asset like the US dollar. The act of dropping it to a precise figure like $2.31 is a piece of high-stakes financial theater with one primary audience, the global banking compliance system. It is a signal sent through official channels to the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications SWIFT, to the International Monetary Fund's monitoring systems, and to the internal risk algorithms of every Tier 1 bank on the planet. The message is, as of this timestamp, our operational benchmark for the IQD is NAX. This does not mean you can walk into a bank and get $2.31 per dinar. It means the internal software that banks use to value assets, calculate risk, and process transactions now has a new, hard-coded parameter. This parameter triggers a cascade of automated processes. The most important of these is the Legacy Asset Reconciliation Protocol. Banks must now run their client books against this new value to identify, categorize, and report holdings. Your goal is to get your holding categorized correctly in that first automated sweep. This leads us to phase 1 of your 96-hour protocol, **pre-emptive asset registration **. You must not wait for the bank to find you. You must present yourself and your asset with flawless documentation. To be found, this is a race against an algorithm. You need to create **registration dossier **. This is different from an exchange file. Its sole purpose is to get your holding logged in the bank's system under the new $2.31 valuation framework before their compliance deadline. The dossier requires 3 uncontestable documents. Document A, the **notarized inventory manifest **, a simple, single-page document listing every note series, serial number, if applicable, and denomination in your possession, notarized to affirm its accuracy. This is a snapshot of what you hold. Document B, the source of funds attestation This is a one-page summary, backed by the single clearest piece of evidence you have, ideally a bank statement from the year of purchase showing an electronic funds transfer to a licensed dealer. Its purpose is not to tell the whole story, but to provide one verifiable data point that screams legitimate purchase. Document C, the registration cover letter addressed to the Chief Compliance Officer, International Asset Desk. It states, pursuant to the Central Bank of Iraq's recent benchmark valuation update, I am proactively registering my legacy holding of Iraqi dinar for official reconciliation. Attached, please find the notarized inventory and source verification. I await guidance on the next steps for formalization. You send this, via secure email or portal if available, to the compliance department of your pre-identified authorized bank. You are not asking for money, you are asking for a file to be opened. This is the single most important action you can take. Phase 2 is ** channel verification and silence ***. The $2.31 rate makes the authorized banking channel the only channel that exists in the eyes of the system. All other avenues are now mathematically invalid. Your next step is to verify that your chosen bank is, in fact, activated. You call the general line of the bank's headquarters and ask to be connected to International Asset Compliance or Sovereign Currency Desk. You do not discuss rates. You ask one question: can you confirm if your institution is currently accepting registration dossiers for Iraqi dinar holdings following the recent benchmark update? A yes gets you a contact email. A no or confusion means you hang up and immediately target the next major international bank on your list. You are looking for the institution whose system is already responding to the new signal. Once your dossier is submitted, you enter a period of radio silence. You do not call for updates. You do not post in forums about your submission. You monitor your email for a formal response. The noise in the external market will now reach a fever pitch: wild speculation, fear, elation. Your job is to be the quiet, registered holder with a case number. In a system under stress, the loud are seen as a threat. The quiet, documented, and patient are seen as assets to be managed. Phase 3 is ** strategic positioning for the post-filter landscape ***. The $2.31 rate is a filter that will separate the wheat from the chaff. On one side will be registered, documented, bank-acknowledged legacy assets. On the other side will be an ocean of unregistered, poorly documented, or illegally held speculative positions. The institutional path will only exist for the first group. Your positioning involves understanding what comes after registration. There will likely be a formalization window. This is when the bank contacts registered holders to convert their registration into a specific financial instrument, perhaps a bond, a special deposit certificate, or a direct currency swap. Your leverage in that negotiation depends entirely on the completeness of your initial registration and your demonstrated patience. Furthermore, consider the phased liquidity strategy. When contacted, your first proposal should be to formalize only a portion 20% to 30% of your registered holding. This accomplishes four things. It proves the entire process works. It establishes you as a rational actor rather than a frantic one. It generates initial capital for you. And it keeps the majority of your position in play for potential future mechanisms. You are playing a long game where the first move is to secure your seat at the table, not to cash all your chips at once. For international holders, this fixed rate simplifies the jurisdictional maze. The rule is now absolute. Your asset must be registered and processed through a bank in your country of legal residence that has a direct correspondent banking relationship with the Central Bank of Iraq. The $2.31 benchmark provides the universal key for that relationship to be activated. There is no more ambiguity about offshore accounts or third countries. Your local, major international bank is now your sole gateway, and the fixed rate is the access code. The psychological shift required now is from speculator to archivist. The era of when will it RV is over. It has been replaced by how is my asset classified. The $2.31 rate is the central bank's answer. They have defined the terms. Your job is to meet their criteria with a level of documentation and procedural compliance that matches their institutional rigor. This is not a time for excitement or panic. It is a time for meticulous, calm execution. The fixed rate is the starting pistol for the final administrative lap. Your preparation in the next 96 hours, assembling the registration dossier, verifying the active channel, and submitting with a cover letter that speaks the language of compliance will determine whether you are inside the system when it begins its next transformation or outside, looking in at a number that no longer applies to you. The rate has been set. The clock is ticking. Begin your protocol now.